Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're lacing up our gloves and stepping into the ring
Oh, I like that.
to revisit one of the most legendary boxing matches of all time,
Right.
the Rumble in the Jungle.
Love it.
You requested this deep dive,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling it's because you're fascinated by boxing history,
Yeah.
or maybe you just want to understand why this fight, nearly 50 years old,
Wow.
is still so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
We're using excerpts from the Wikipedia article on the fight
Okay.
to break down all the action inside and outside the ring.
You're absolutely right. This wasn't just a sporting event.
Right.
The Rumble in the Jungle transcended boxing and became a global phenomenon.
Wow.
To truly grasp its impact,
Yeah.
we need to look beyond the punches.
Okay, so let's set the scene.
Right.
Imagine this. It's October 30th, 1974.
Okay.
We're in Kinshasa, Zaire, which is now the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Gotcha.
60,000 screaming fans pack the Stade Tata Raphael.
Wow.
They're about to witness a fight unlike any other.
And it's important to remember the context here.
Yeah.
Zaire at the time was ruled by Mobutu Sese Seko,
Right.
a dictator who saw this fight as a golden opportunity to showcase his nation.
Right.
He poured a fortune into making it happen.
It was a massive gamble for Mobutu.
It was.
But behind the scenes, there was another mastermind at work,
Oh, really?
Don King.
Interesting.
This fight was his ticket to becoming the most recognizable boxing promoter in the world.
Yeah.
He hustled to secure funding,
Right.
and in many ways, he orchestrated what some call
Yeah.
the greatest sporting event of the 20th century.
The sheer scale of the event was unprecedented. Mobutu envisioned the Rumble in the Jungle as a celebration of Black culture and power.
Oh, wow.
He even organized a three-night music festival, Zaire 74,
Okay.
featuring musical giants like James Brown and B.B. King.
That's incredible. It wasn't just a fight, it was an experience. The
Yeah.
whole world was watching,
Yeah.
estimates. Estimates at the time suggest 1 billion people tuned in,
Wow.
which would have been a quarter of the planet's population.
A quarter of the planet.
It's mind-blowing.
Imagine the anticipation. And at the heart of it all were two larger-than-life figures.
Okay.
George Foreman, the reigning champ,
Yeah.
and Muhammad Ali, the challenger, seeking to reclaim his former glory.
Now, these were two very different fighters.
Yeah.
We have Foreman, the undefeated powerhouse, known for his devastating knockout power.
Mm-hmm.
He was an absolute force of nature.
Yeah.
What was Ali up against?
Ali was older and coming off a loss to Joe Frazier,
Okay.
making him the underdog in most people's eyes.
Right.
But Ali was known for his speed, tactical brilliance, and his ability to get inside his opponent's head.
Wow.
He thrived on challenges, and this one was monumental.
And let's not forget what was on the line. The WBA, WBC, and the ring heavyweight titles, all the belts.
Wow.
That meant the winner would be the undisputed champion of the world.
Wow.
Millions of dollars were at stake, too, not to mention their legacies.
It's crucial to remember that the fight was initially scheduled for earlier in the year.
Oh, really?
Foreman suffered a cut above his eye during training,
Oh, no.
delaying the bout by 5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine the tension building during that unexpected wait?
That's 5 more weeks of mental games and hype.
Yeah.
I bet everyone was bursting with anticipation by the time they finally stepped into the ring.
Absolutely. And the contrast in their fighting styles was immediately apparent when the bell rang for the first round.
Yeah.
Foreman charged forward, unleashing his trademark power punches,
Yeah.
trying to overwhelm Ali from the start.
But this is where things get really interesting.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Ali employed a surprising tactic, the rope-a-dope.
Whoa, okay.
Instead of trying to match Foreman's power, he leaned back against the ropes, covering up, and allowed Foreman to punch himself out.
Willie.
Why was that such a risky move?
The rope-a-dope was incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
You're basically volunteering to take a beating from one of the hardest hitters in boxing history.
Oh.
Ali was gambling that his endurance and Foreman's tendency to tire himself out would be the deciding factors.
So round after round, Ali absorbed those heavy blows from Foreman.
He did.
The crowd was going wild.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the tension in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Foreman was getting more and more frustrated,
Oh, yeah.
but Ali was playing the long game.
What's fascinating is that Ali wasn't just passively taking punches.
Right.
He was actively working against Foreman,
Really?
both physically and mentally.
Okay.
He would lean on the ropes, absorbing the blows,
Yeah.
but also using his weight to tire Foreman further.
Oh, wow.
And all the while he was taunting him, getting inside his head.
That's incredible. Ali was taking a beating, yet he was somehow still in control.
He was, in a way.
dictating the pace of the fight.
Yeah.
But how long could he keep that up?
Right.
At some point, wouldn't Foreman's punches take their toll?
That was the big question.
Yeah.
Many experts thought Ali was crazy,
Really?
that he was taking too much punishment.
Hmm.
There's a physiological element to this as well.
Okay.
Each time a boxer throws a punch,
Yeah.
their muscles use up oxygen.
Right.
And the harder they punch, the faster they deplete those reserves.
Oh, I see.
Ali was essentially waiting for Foreman to exhaust himself.
So the rope-a-dope wasn't just about absorbing punches.
It wasn't.
It was a calculated strategy to exploit Foreman's weaknesses.
It was.
But it was still a huge gamble.
It was a huge gamble.
What if Foreman had just paced himself, conserved his energy?
Exactly. That's why it was so controversial.
Yeah.
It could have backfired spectacularly.
Oh, wow.
But Ali knew what he was doing.
Okay.
He had studied Foreman's fights, understood his tendencies,
Yeah.
and Ali had an incredible ability to withstand punishment.
Right.
He could take a punch like few others.
And then the 8th round, Foreman was visibly tired.
Yeah.
His punches had lost their snap.
Wow.
Ali sensed an opportunity.
Yeah.
He moved off the ropes and unleashed a combination of punches, culminating in a right straight to Foreman's jaw.
Foreman went down. The crowd erupted.
Really?
It was pandemonium.
Wow.
The referee started the count.
Yeah.
And Foreman couldn't get back to his feet.
Oh, wow.
Ali had pulled off one of the most stunning upsets in boxing history.
It was a knockout, heard around the world.
It was.
Ali had reclaimed the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
He had outsmarted and outlasted one of the most feared punchers in the sport.
Right.
This fight cemented his legacy not just as a great boxer, but as a brilliant strategist, a master showman.
Right.
The greatest.
Think about what this meant for Ali's image.
Yeah.
He wasn't just a fighter.
Right.
He was an icon.
Yeah.
He had already been stripped of his title years earlier for refusing to be drafted into the Vietnam War.
Oh, wow.
He became a symbol of resistance,
Yeah.
a voice for those who felt marginalized.
Right.
And then after years of exile, he returns and reclaims the championship,
Yeah.
using this unconventional, almost audacious strategy. It captured the imagination of people around the world.
It's a true underdog story.
It is.
Ali wasn't supposed to win, but he did.
He wasn't.
He proved that brains could triumph over brawn,
Right.
that intelligence and strategy could overcome raw power.
The rumble in the jungle had implications for boxing itself.
Oh, really?
It sparked debates about fighting styles, training methods,
Yeah.
and the importance of mental toughness.
Wow.
The rope-a-dope, while risky,
Yeah.
became a part of boxing lore.
Now, what about Foreman? His reaction to the loss was initially very different from how their relationship developed later on, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
After the fight, Foreman was devastated.
Yeah.
He even questioned the legitimacy of the result,
Really?
claiming that his water had been drugged.
Really? I had never heard that before.
Yes, those claims were never substantiated,
Okay.
and he eventually retracted them.
Gotcha.
But what's remarkable is how Foreman processed the loss over time.
Right.
He went on to have an incredible comeback, eventually winning the heavyweight title again in his 40s.
Wow.
And perhaps even more importantly,
Yeah.
he developed a deep friendship with Ali,
That's amazing.
which is something I find truly inspiring.
Two men who fought so fiercely in the ring found a way to connect on a human level.
They did.
It speaks to their characters, their ability to forgive and move forward.
There's a particularly touching anecdote about their friendship.
Okay.
Years later, when Ali was struggling with Parkinson's disease,
Yeah.
Foreman helped him to the stage at the 1996 Oscars to accept the award for the documentary about their fight
Oh, wow.
when we were kings.
It was a powerful moment that showcased their bond. It really is a testament to the power of human connection, you know, how they could put aside their past rivalry and become friends.
Yeah.
But speaking of when we were kings, I think it's a great example of how this fight the rumble in the jungle went way beyond boxing.
It did.
It became a cultural touchstone that reflected so much about the world at that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Rumble in the Jungle wasn't just about two men fighting for a title.
Right.
It put Zaire,
Yeah.
a newly independent African nation, in the global spotlight.
Wow.
It became a symbol of pride
Yeah.
and a powerful statement about Black identity and power
Okay.
during a time of significant social and political change around the world.
You mentioned the Zaire 74 Music Festival earlier.
Yeah.
It featured some of the biggest names in music, all celebrating Black culture.
They did.
This event, coupled with the fight, sent a strong message about African identity and the contributions of Black people to the world.
Exactly. Think about the impact of seeing these incredibly talented musicians on a global stage, followed by Ali,
Right.
this charismatic and outspoken athlete,
Yeah.
reclaiming the heavyweight title.
Right.
It was a moment of immense cultural
And
significance.
Ali wasn't just a boxer. He was a symbol of resistance.
He was.
He had risked his career and his freedom by refusing to be drafted into the Vietnam War, making a stand against racial injustice and war.
Right.
His victory in Zaire further solidified his status as a global icon,
Yeah.
a voice for the voiceless.
The rumble in the jungle offered a message of hope and resilience.
Okay.
It showed that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds,
Yeah.
with determination and a belief in oneself, anything is possible.
Wow.
Ali's victory resonated with people from all walks of life,
Yeah.
inspiring them to fight for what they believed in.
It's a reminder that sometimes the underdog wins,
Yeah.
especially with the right strategy.
It is.
But speaking of strategy, the rope-a-dope was brilliant,
Yeah.
but some might argue it was also incredibly risky. I can't help but wonder if such a tactic would even work in today's boxing landscape.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Boxing has evolved considerably since 1974.
Right.
The training methods, the rules, the styles of fighting have all changed.
Yeah.
Would the rope-a-dope still be effective against today's heavyweights,
Right.
who are often bigger, stronger, and more technically skilled?
That-
It's something to ponder.
It really makes you think about how the sport has changed
It does.
and the different factors that contribute to victory.
Yeah.
I think anyone listening who wants to learn more about this fight, its impact, and all the behind-the-scenes drama,
Right.
should definitely check out When We Were Kings.
Yes.
It's a truly captivating documentary.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It captures the essence of the rumble in the jungle beautifully.
Yeah.
The footage, the interviews, the music, it all comes together to paint a vivid portrait of a truly electrifying moment in history.
Oh.
It's a must-see.
Well, I think we've gone a few rounds with this topic
We have.
and unpacked quite a bit about the Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
We've explored the historical context, the fighters, the fight itself,
Right.
and its lasting impact.
It's fascinating.
Hopefully you've gained a deeper understanding of why this fight continues to fascinate and inspire people even today. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep